Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Breakdown Athletic Center for this match between the Great Plains SunDogs from Swift Current, Saskatchewan, and your Prairie Pilots men. Would you please now rise for the playing of our national anthem? Please remain standing for our prayer.
Father God, I thank you so much for these athletes and for the sport of volleyball. I pray that you would keep them safe on the court tonight, help them play well, and honor and glorify you with their game. Thank you. This we pray. Amen.
And now, here is your starting seven. First for the Great Plains SunDogs. Number 2, Carson Stubbing. Number 3, Ryan Erdro. Number 4, Talon Atcher. Number 5, Matt Carey. Number 6, Caden Dudley. And number 7, Brock Wall. And number 13, Reese Klein. Head coach for SunDogs is Tyler Byers. And now, the starting 7 for your Prairie College Pilot men. Number 1, Luke Captain. Number 3, Caleb Edwards. Number 4, Peter Decker.
Number 5, Nathan Esau. Number 13, Seth Hall. Number 14, Ben Mocher. And the libero, number 15, Daniel Cheng. And your head coach for the Pilots is Joey Tiong. Let's play some SunDogs men's Pilots volleyball pack sport. And there are your starting 7 for the Prairie Pilots and for the Great Plains SunDogs. A match of the best of 5. Those that are not familiar with volleyball, sets are up to 25 points. Must win by 2. The 5th set is 15. So let us play some volleyball. We're going to have Prairie start the serve. A server for Prairie is number 5, Nathan Esau. A great serve in there by Esau. Serve is ace. A 1-0. And a little tip over the net by number 5, Carey. It's 1-1. Serving for SunDogs is Reese Klein. And there's a little tip over there by Matt Carey. A errant service. And there was an errant in there by Esau and Edwards. A point for the SunDogs. Klein is still conserving for SunDogs. And a service error. A point. Pilots. Mocher to serve. And a point for the Pilots, a hit at the net by number 7, Ben Thompson. Mocher to continue to serve, 3-3. A great kill there by Ben Thompson, Great Plains. A 4-3. Serve. Matt Prairie to serve for the SunDogs. Service ace. And that was a service ace by Matt Carey. The Pilots are down 3-6. That was a service ace by Carey. A great play by the men in black. Prairie is down 3 first set. Good captain with the dig in the back. And a errant kill. A point by SunDogs. A 7-3. And there's a point for the Prairie Pilots. 4-7 on serve is Peter Decker. And that ball was hit out wide. Ball was hit out wide by the captain. A Great Plains server is Brock Wall. And the hit into the net. Up to serve for the Prairie men is number 13, Seth Hall. And that's service error on Seth Hall on 9-5 SunDogs. Serving is Ryan Ajurol. And there was an error at the net by SunDogs. Point for the Pilots. Up to serve for the Prairie men is Caleb Edwards. Caleb Edwards serving. Good block there by the Pilots. Luke Captain with the kill off the block. Point for the Prairie Pilots. 7 lucky down on 9. Edwards is continuing to serve in the first set. And that was a carried ball. A Prairie point, 8-9. Just fans for tomorrow. The two teams return, women at 11, men at 1 p.m. And that kill was wide. Point for SunDogs, 10-8. Surrey for the SunDogs is the number 6. And that's a service error. That's service error by the SunDogs. A server for the Pilots is number 1, Luke Captain. And they're trading service errors here in this game. 11-9. A number 2, stubbing the serve. Great block and dig. And we have a kill by Peter Decker to give the Prairie Pilots their 10th point of the first set. Esau to serve. We have a SunDog at the net. A point for the Pilots, 11 apiece. Esau is continuing to serve for the Pilots. And Esau with a service ace. This is their first lead of the first set. 12-11. And that ball is in on the back line. Peter Decker with the kill. Giving the Prairie Pilots the 13th point. Esau is continuing to serve for the Pilots. And Ben Thompson on the far side with the kill for the SunDogs. 12-13. Reese Klein to serve. Klein is serving for SunDogs. A rally going on here with SunDogs and Pilots, and Peter Decker with assist by Mocher. 14-12. Ben Mocher to serve. Four hits on the SunDog side. Another point for Prairie, 15-12. And that's a service error. SunDogs, 13th point. Matt Carey to serve for the SunDogs. Another rally going on. Great action here at the Rickdown Athletic Center. And Ben Thompson hits it into the net, giving the Prairie Pilots their 16 points, 16-13. A server for the Pilots, number 4, Peter Decker. And a service error into the net. A game of service errors at this point. And Seth Hall with his arm over the net, giving Brock Wall a point for the SunDogs. 15-13 first set. And that's a service error. Point to the Pilots. And serving for the Prairie men is number 13, Seth Hall. The big guy from the Pilots is serving. A great dig by SunDogs off this service. And then Luke Captain off the block for a kill, a point. Prairie College. And that's a service error. Point for the SunDogs. The men's game is a quick, fast game of set and kills. And that's 2 hits by the SunDogs up there, giving the Prairie Pilots their 19th point. Caleb Edwards to serve for the Pilots. And that's killed by SunDogs, their 17th point. A serving for SunDogs is a number 6. And a SunDog player on the net. A point for the Prairie Pilots. Luke Captain is at the line to serve. And that ball was down apparently. Their 18th point, looking down at 20. Referees are going to discuss that last play. Just want to let you guys know that if you want all your information about both of these teams, packsport.ca is where you can get all the results. We're going to have a reserve on the ball. The Luke Captain is going to go back to serve another point. 2018. So the score is 20 looking down on 18. And there was a hip on the net apparently. Pilots 21st point. Captain continuing to serve for the Pilots. And we have a malfunction at the junction. Point for the SunDogs. Carson subbing to serve. And the service error into the net. Pilots 22nd point in the first set to SunDogs 19. East out to serve, and it's a service ace for the 23rd point. And we have a timeout. Great Plains SunDogs. And timeout. Great Plains. Just a reminder, tomorrow, both of the women and the men of Prairie College are going to be back on the court, and Rick down at the Athletic Center. The women are going to start at 11 a.m. and the men will start shortly after the next game, 20 minutes after the net goes up. And we'll have a Saturday afternoon match with the SunDogs and the Pilots. The score currently right now is the Prairie College Pilots 23, the Great Plains SunDogs 19. East out to serve for the Pilots. And we have a kill by number 5, Matt Kerr. Oh, apparently there was a point in there. And that ball was hit into net by number 4 of the Pilots. Serving for Great Plains is number 13, Reese Klein. And the serving here for SunDogs, a potential match point for the Pilots. And that ball is out. First set goes to Prairie College, 25-20. Sport volleyball is a one-turn sport. They will conclude with championships in December. Our next home game for the Pilots on the YouTube channel will be Saturday, October the 19th. Women at 11, the men at 1. A great start for the Prairie College Pilots. They won their first game. 25-20. And throughout the season, you can catch Dan Calloway on YouTube Sports. Dan at Prairie Amendments out tonight. So my name's KK Corvella to do some play-by-play. I am the game day sports information coordinator for Prairie College. all those parents out there who want to catch their children play, you can catch us on our Prairie Pilots YouTube channel. Great Plains is from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. All your fans out there who are following the CFL, the Calgary Stampeders tomorrow will play the Winnipeg Blue Bombers at 5 p.m. And also the Calgary Flames play the Kings tomorrow at 8 p.m. Great Plains is going to serve for the second set. Serving for the SunDogs at number 2, Carson Abby. And there's the serve. And Ben Thompson hit it off the net for a point for Prairie College, 1-0 in the second set. Serving is number 5. And Seth Hall hits it wide, a point for the SunDogs, a 1-1. And serving for a Great Plains, number 13, Reese Klein. Great play by SunDogs to save it off the kill. And we have a kill by number 4, Peter Decker. Serving for Prairie is number 14, Mocher. Ben Mocher serving here for Prairie. And there's another kill by Peter Decker, having himself a great game today. Mocher with the third point. This is the second set. Coach Tiong is watching his team. And there's 2 hits on the SunDogs. 4-1 Prairie College Pilots. Mocher continuing to serve. And that's service error, wide. And serve for Great Plains is number 5, Matt Carey. And Matt Carey for SunDogs to serve. And that is in by Kalen Edwards. Another point for Prairie Pilots. A serve for the Pilots, number 4, Peter Decker. And Luke captain down the sideline with a assist by a Mocher. Peter Decker's continuing to serve their 6th point. And that ball was hit wide and out. Looking for number 7, 2 for the Pilots. And Ben Thompson hit into net for SunDogs. We have a timeout. The Great Plains 8-2. A timeout, Great Plains. The Prairie men play tomorrow at 1 p.m. here at the Rickdown Athletic Center on the campus of Prairie College. Trying to get their 2nd win of the season. And the boys in blue are leading 8-2. And that ball is in. Caden Huddle with the kill. Ben Thompson is going to serve. Serving for SunDogs is number 7, Thompson. And the men in black touch the net. A Seth Hall to serve. And that's a service or a point for the SunDogs for 4-9. And the service is Chardot. Peter Decker trying to spike that from the back row. Great dig by Mocher. Over top. And a set error by the SunDogs. We got 10-4. And serving for Prairie is number 3, Kalen Edwards. And that's into the net by SunDogs. Edwards continuing to serve. Peters Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Prairie College Athletics program. And then a Mocher with a set by Esau. Point for the Prairie College Pilots. 12-4, second set. Caleb Edwards to continue to serve here for the Prairie College. A great dig by Peter Ducker. And a kill by Luke Captain on that near sideline. Caleb Edwards to continue to serve for the Pilots. And service error. Coming into contest for Great Plains is number 1, Colt Arnoldson, replacing the number 6. Colt Arnoldson into the game. He is to serve for SunDogs. 5-13 is his second set. Short serve. Luke Captain with a kill on the near side of the scores table. Momocha with the great assist, great set. Luke Captain to serve. Good play out there. There by the Pilots on the outside. Serve for the Great Plains is number 2. Number 2 is Stubbings to serve. And that's a service error, a point for the Pilots. 14-6, second set. Esau to serve for the Pilots. And a error into the net. Good eye there by Jordan Bigger. Plate came off on the SunDogs side of the floor. Some repairs need to be made. A little impromptu timeout, not expected, but I mean, necessary evil here, so it keeps players safe on the floor. And we're going to continue to serve. Klein to serve.
I have your stuff in the office.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And off the block for a point is Peter DeDecker, giving Prairie Pilots their 16th point. A Mocher to serve for the Prairie men. And 4 hits on the SunDogs. Pilots 17th point. The SunDogs 7. Trying to take a 2-0 lead in the best of 5. And a little attention error there by the Pilots. A point for the SunDogs. Serving for SunDogs, number 5, Matt Carey. And the serve is long. And we got their 18th point. Serving for the Pilots, number 4, Peter Decker. Peter Decker has done a great job serving on today. He's having one of those prestige here are the games here. He's back there to serve. The whistle is in. Off the net, a good dig by the SunDogs. And the new captain put the ball into the net. Point by the SunDogs. Serving is number 7, Brock Wall. And serve is into the net. Check us out on our YouTube Prairie College page. All our home games are on YouTube for basketball and volleyball. And Seth Hall puts the ball wide. Serve. Their 10th point. Number 3 for the Great Plains is serving. And SunDogs on the net. The 21st point. And the Great Plains for the Swift Current will take the second timeout of the second set. Timeout, Great Plains. Just give you an update, men's basketball will be heading down south to Oregon to play some games during their reading break here in the next couple of weeks. The volleyball program will have their home games here. The next couple of games tomorrow. And then on the 18th and 19th of November will be their last home games of the term. The Briarcrest College Clippers are coming in town for a match on the 18th and 19th. That's Friday, Saturday, 6:38 p.m. on Friday, and on the Saturday, 11 and 3. Prairie Pilots, Caleb Edwards is continuing to serve after the Great Plains timeout. And off the block, Esau with the kill. Their 22nd point. Edwards is continuing to serve for the Pilots. And that ball is hit wide by number 2. Stopping. Another point for the Pilots at the 23-10, 2 points away from this game 2 set of this match. A best of 5. Nice dig by Thompson there. And the ball hit the top of the net by Luke Captain. Unfortunate. A point, 4 hits. Point for SunDogs. 11-23 is the second set. Serving for Great Plains, number 1, Colt Arnoldson. Esau with a kill for a point. 24-11, a potential set point. Luke Captain to serve. Server for the Pilots is number 1, Luke Captain. The captain of the team, Luke Captain, is there to serve. Potential 25th point. That is service error. 12-24, second set. A server for Great Plains on number 2. Ben Thompson with a kill. I think he's relieved that he finally got one. Great job. The 13th point. I've been told that volleyball is a complete team game. Can't do it all by yourself. Off the block. And Esau with a kill and tipped outside. 25-13 for the Pilots. They lead 2-0. They won the first set, 25-20. And the second set, 25-13. Waiting for the third set, the best of 5. All your fans out there on Prairie College, we will love you to come on and watch exciting volleyball action. They came and lost today, 3-2. Very exciting match between the two teams, closely matched. And tonight in the men's match, they're currently up 2-0. They're going to play again tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Breakdown Athletic Center on the campus of Prairie College in Three Hills, Alberta. Just a reminder of all fans in Alberta and across the country, Election Day is Monday the 21st. Polls open at 7:30, close at 7:30. To elect a new government of Canada and all the MPs. And to start off the third set, Prairie College Pilots get the serve on Nathan Esau to serve. A server for the Pilots is number 5, Nathan Esau. Start of the third set. A little errant playing there by both sides. And a great block by Seth Hall on top of the SunDogs' head. It causes a 2 hits, a point by the college Pilots. And then SunDog went under the attack line for a point. And Ben Thompson makes a little tip for Great Plains. Their first point. Reese Klein to serve. Saved by the Pilots. And Ben Thompson with the kill for a point. We are at 2s in the third set. Mocher with the set. And nice try by number 4, Peter Decker, to save the point. A point for SunDogs. A great dig there by SunDogs, and Ben Thompson with a kill. A continuing serve for the SunDogs is Klein. And that ball is hit wide by Captain. A SunDogs' 5th point. And 4 hits on the Great Plains for Swift Current. Giving their third point. 3-5. Peter Decker with the kill, with assist by Mocher, giving them their 4th point. Serving is number 14, a Mocher. And Mocher with that assist to Peter Decker caused that kill with the 5th point. And Mocher is going to continue till. A great play by Mocher. And that was a good block, but it was out. The Pilots have a lead of 6-5. And that's a service error into the net. A 6-6 tie. Serving is number 2 for Great Plains. And we have a service error over the line, off the serving line for Great Plains. A service ace by Peter Decker, and Decker to continue to serve. That was a great service ace on the back line by Peter Decker. Nice float serve. And Luke Captain just put it down for a point. Peter Decker tried to attempt for their 10th point. And Seth Hall put it down. SunDogs were on the net, causing the 10th point, 10-6. And off the block and in point SunDogs. Ben Thompson to serve. Thompson to serve for SunDogs. Sorry, that was Brock Wall. Had my mind on something else. Let's point for the Pilots. Seth Hall to serve. Apologize to the Wall family for giving the wrong number, a right number to the wrong name. Serving is number 3. Esau with the kill off the dig for a point. Serving for Prairie's number 7, Ben Thompson. And SunDogs were at the net. A point for Prairie College. Ben Thompson is continuing to serve. And that's a service ace for the 14th point. And second consecutive service ace by Thompson. We have a timeout. Great Plains SunDogs, 8-15. A timeout, Great Plains. My name's Kimmel Corbella. I'm the Game Day Events Coordinator and Sports Information Coordinator. Dan Calloway had prior commitments, so I'm glad I got an opportunity to go on YouTube and do some play-by-play. I hope you're enjoying the coverage that we have. Prairie College has a YouTube channel which shows all their home games for basketball and volleyball. Basketball men, both of the genders for volleyball throughout the season. The Prairie men's basketball team is currently on an expansion tour with the ACAC colleges. And the ball went underneath the net. It's supposed to go over. So apparently this player was in the back court, up at the net. Point for the Prairie Cook College Pilots. Ben Thompson is continuing to serve. Esau out with a help ball. Point for SunDogs, 10-16. And a point for the SunDogs. So serving is number 5, Matt Carey. And then service error on the SunDogs. 8 points away from a third set win for Prairie, 17-10. And that was a play by Alan Atcher for a point for the SunDogs. Atcher to serve. Atcher with that last kill is now up to serve. And that kill was long by Esau at their 12th point on the third set, looking down at 17. Nice try on the dig down there, jumping over their teammate. On 18-12, guys. And the SunDogs was at the top of the net. The current score is at 19-12. Esau to continue to serve for the Pilots. And a nice tip by Wall. A point for the SunDogs. Serving as Klein for the SunDogs. And that ball was hit wide by Peter Decker, a point for a Great Plains. A serving is number 13, Klein. And Peter Decker spiked that ball off the block. A point for the Prairie Bombs. Mocher to serve. Their 20th point. And Wall with a great kill by the SunDogs. He's definitely their best player on the court. Serving as number 2, Carson Hubbing. And the kill was long and out for the 21st point. Serving for the Pilots at number 4, Peter Decker. And 4 hits by Great Plains from Swift Current. Prairie Pilots 22nd point. And a service ace. 23-15. 2 points away from in the third set to complete the match. A best out of 5. And that kill by number 5, Matt Carey, for a point. Trying to make up some points to save the set for Great Dogs. Wall to serve. And that kill was long by Captain. Point by the SunDogs. Brock Wall to serve. Mocher with the set to Captain. Kill, a point. Their 23rd point. Their 24th point. Seth Hall to serve. And Seth Hall has the potential to close out the match. And that ball is in by number 4. It's Talent Nature. The 18th point. And number 3 for Great Plains is up to serve. And that ball is long for the 25th point, and the Prairie College Pilots win 3 games to 0. Set scores 25-20, 25-13, 25-18. The Prairie Pilots come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the women, 1 p.m. for the men. And they'll do the handshakes for the end of the match. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to today's volleyball matches for the Prairie College Pilots and the Great Plains SunDogs. Thank you very much for allowing me to step into Dan Galloway's shoes for a match, to do this play-by-play. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The Prairie College Pilot women take on Great Plains women. There's a great match today for the Prairie women. They came up short, 2 games to 3, but they look forward to rebounding for tomorrow. Thank you very much from the Rick down from the Atlantic Center. My name's Kimmel Corvella, and thank you and good night.